And I did find out earlier that if I record without sharing, I've got it set to record to the cloud, so you get a black screen for, yeah. So the one I did with Megan about an hour ago was really short because I had to chop like half of it off. So shared screen, the issue we're taking a peek at. I did put a comment in on that. And basically all I did was I said, failed to load config prettier to extend from, and that popped up. Stack Overflow, very specific one. He's got the ESLint RC file, which is ours is going to overwrite, but then in his package, what we need to look for are what are the ESLint pieces that he has compared to yours. Okay, and then we also have the TypeScript ESLint and the TypeScript ESLint parser. So if we're missing any of these, we need to make sure they're there. And I don't see any others that really jump out than those two sets. Versioning, I'm not worried about that yet. Okay, that's a whole different battle there. And then somebody suggested npm install save dev ESLint config prettier, because that installs the configuration for ESLint. And that came off of this comment from whoever this GM Bodhi is, and talks about the recommended configuration. And if you follow that thread, you get, in addition to the above installation instructions, install ESLint config prettier. That looks familiar, right?
Yeah.
Then you add plugin prettier recommended as the last extension in your ESLint RC. I wouldn't worry about that too much. But he talks about some of the basic rules. These two potentially, I don't remember what the ESLint RC looks like at the moment, but I think we're probably okay there. Would be my guess. Okay. So do you want to share? I can join and we can take a peek at it, or did you just want to try that one and see if it works, so we can delete this whole record when we're done if it does?
We'll just try the one real quick, and if it works, let's see here.
I tend to just type the error message in just to see what happens, and good percentage of the time it actually works.
Yeah, I did that a bunch yesterday, and I went and installed both Prettier and the ESLint plugin by itself, and that didn't work. And also, this did not work. So yeah, we might want to jump in.
So yeah, let's pop up the share. Let's see what we've got going on. As soon as I get that in the chat, we'll do this. And I'll get this. It's trying to join a session, even though there's nothing in there. Right, grab that. So are you getting the same error message?
Yeah, exact same one.
Okay, so let's see what we've got installed in our dependencies first. Okay, slow down. All right. All right, so in our dev dependencies, okay, so that kind of looks right. Let's do this. I'm gonna close that out. I'm gonna make your terminal really short for the moment so I can get these dev dependencies on the screen. I'm gonna pull this over. Now let's take a quick look at these two side by side. And as I know it's not the exact same setup, but let's take a quick peek. So we got DevKit, Angular build, we got the ESLint builder, plugin template, schematics, parser, that looks right. Then it jumps to the CLI. Not sure why we have a line. Oh, he has a language service. Not worry about that. There's Jasmine, there's Node, and then the ESLint plugin and the ESLint parser. And he's got the ESLint plugin prettier. I don't see the ESLint plugin prettier. Am I missing something?
No,
I see
you're
config
correct.
prettier, but I don't see plugin prettier. Jasmine, Core, Karma, prettier. And I don't see prettier in here either.
That's pretty important.
So the ESLint plugin prettier, and it's probably just going to be the same kind of thing. npm install save dev ESLint plugin prettier and prettier. I'm kind of seeing you type over there, but so that's plugin prettier. Now we need to get prettier installed. Now comes the fun one. Let me expand this up a little bit so we can see what happens. Oh, that's not good. Build logo plugin Sonar. I think we want Sonar. Oh, I wonder. The one I gave you is one I use. That's a work-based one. So let's take a quick look at our ESLint file. We may have something in there specifically that's Sonar related because at work we do use Sonar. So the Sonar overrides might be causing a problem here. We can get rid of that if we find it. So extends, ESLint recommended, blah, 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 Sonar. All right, so let's take Sonar out. And let's take out the Sonar JS because I'm pretty sure we don't need those. And then the rest should be rules. Not all rules. All right, so let's do a quick find for Sonar. We're not finding any more Sonar. Good. All right, so let's save that and try and rerun it. Because we definitely don't need to be doing any Sonar stuff.
Plugin import.
Failed to load plugin import declared in ESLint JS overrides. ESLint plugin import. Where is ESLint plugin import? Oh, look at that. What do we have? Sorry, I want to step through and see where this is coming from. And this is the plugin, quote unquote, import. All right, so we want this to be match whole word. Import order is one of two. I'm not worried about that. Plugins, import. Could not find component ESLint plugin import. All right, so let's try to do another npm install save dev ESLint plugin import.
All right.
Right? It sounds like a command to type. ESLint dash plugin dash import. Do you have
Oh,
ESLint?
yeah, I just installed something crazy. Good, good. It
Okay.
didn't.
I,
There was nothing by that name. Lucky me.
well, the view on my side is all skewed when I'm looking at what you're typing, so that could have been right. Just yeah, the CLI gets all out of whack with the VS Code stuff. Now we'll try one more time. We're getting closer. Hey, we got errors. No, but these are linting errors.
Good,
This
good.
is not okay. So it's saying, hey, delete these blank lines, and these are actually linting things. So the trick now is really kind of weird because you got to go through and see where, like, here it's saying index HTML, unexpected token. I'm going to go look at the index HTML and find out what's wrong there. So you're going to push a really big commit that's going to change a lot of things because you have to come into the source here, into the index HTML, and somewhere in here, your VS Code will start linting. Sometimes you got to give it a few seconds and see what it's going to error on. Right. And there you go. See that little red squiggle?
Doctor.
And it's saying parser unexpected token. And what's our quick fix? We could disable it. We could show the documentation for it. And it's on the doc temp HTML, so probably just disable it for this line. Host does not allow running this command. Okay. You would have to do it. I can't do it right now. Okay, so it puts in something that's going to just ignore that. Okay. It takes a few seconds to cycle. So you're going to have to go through and find all of those. And just what I would do is run it. Maybe instead of doing it here, if you right click out here on your terminal in that open space and change your panel position, if you put it like on the right,
Yeah.
then you can have your files over here and your terminal running over there. Run it, take the last one, go to that file, fix the things that it's suggesting. Take the next one, go to the file, fix what it's suggesting. If we take one of these, let's say, I'm going to jump in and try and find one that has multiple for you real quick. Constants shouldn't have any problem. Interfaces might, depending on the rules. And that's still giving an error, but I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, see that export? Cannot read tsconfig JSON. Well, that's interesting. Parsing error, cannot read file, how to take tsconfig JSON. It's looking in the root of the repo for the tsconfig. So something in our code is referencing tsconfig and it's referencing it from the wrong place. So let's take a look at our ESLint and see if somewhere in here we're referencing tsconfig. We are not. Oh, we are. Oh, I'm still 1 or 2. Okay, so it's referencing, the parser is referencing tsconfig manually there, but that should be in the local folder. So I wonder if we can do /. We don't have an E2E, so we could probably take that out. I'm hoping we can do that way. Let's take a quick peek at what's going on. And are we still getting an error over here? I don't get it. We've disabled it. Okay, well, let's look at the one that we know was giving us an error. This one cannot read file. It's still doing it from that location. So I wonder, okay, let's try the next one then. So if we say, I can't tell if my file's saving, that's the only drawback there. Okay, so endpoint now, we got rid of that error. So we did fix that. Now it's going, hey, we got control returns, not It's just a difference in nomenclature. Now, one of the ones you can do, I don't think I can run these. That's okay. What you want to do is right click, don't fix this problem. Come down here, fix all auto fixable problems for this particular file, and it'll go through and make a bunch of changes really fast.
Okay.
Okay. So if you give that a shot, we should see those disappear fairly quickly. So you basically have to go through every file and check them and fix them. Okay. But this is a manual set of rules that if everybody in our project has the ESLint extension on their machine running, and actually I don't have ESLint running. Oh, I'm probably piggybacking off of yours. You have to add the ESLint extension.
Yeah.
But once they have that installed and running, oh, well, I need to get out of here. So I probably do have it running. This is because I'm in live share, I'm getting some weird stuff. I'll install it later. I don't want to install it now. Did that work on that endpoints? Or did it not
I'm
work?
doing it right now. Fix all auto fixable. Not immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Try it one more time. Fix
What did it say?
It didn't do anything. Hover, quick fix, fix all auto fixable, and then nothing.
Okay, I'm going to ask them to enable it. So how do I enable it? Okay. All right, well, let me shift gears then. Do you have this? Can you push this code up so that I can pull it down locally?
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll disconnect from here while you're doing that. And desktop. Let me know when you've got it merged up. I'll help you with this. We'll get it. You're on the right track. While you're doing that, I want to see if ESLint is installed on mine, which I'm pretty sure it's not, but I didn't want to do that. Connected to the session like that. Oh, it's installing. Okay.
Right.
Enabled globally. Good.
It should be up there now.
All right. So fetch. And then I'm looking for where not, oh, I'm on the wrong project altogether.
I think I named mine 20, and then you guys named something 20 today, maybe. So we might have two 20s.
Okay. Oh, give me 1 second. I'm working on it. All right, what do we have?
Yeah, there it is.
22 is the one that went today.
Ah, yeah.
20 and quick fetch. All right, so I should have the code base here now. As soon as I open the folder. And it's got to be an easy way. There's an easy way. So, right. So we'll spend more time in here, so we'll expand this up so we can see better. Then I'll merge mine up once we get there. Okay. So we've got the right ESLint. We're in the right front end. We can close that down. Let's go to source app for interfaces, endpoints, and see what it gives me. Initializing language features. Come on. ESLint. Why is ESLint not doing anything? I might have to restart since I just added ESLint. I'm wondering if that's it, because it usually takes about 20 seconds to catch up to me. So let's close. Actually, let's do this real quick. Let's do a terminal. Oh, I would help if I update my NPM, huh? We have to tell people, remind them of that one. Linting, 24 problems, 24 errors. So the first one I see is in test TS, which that's interesting. Can't read file. These are all TS config issues. We fixed that, didn't we? Yeah. But we'd fixed that. So if we fix that, then why am I still getting the parser error?
Also, why do you have 24 problems and I have like 400 something?
Well, because I'm kicking out before the parser even finishes running.
Ah,
Because if I were to look at the test TypeScript, which I shouldn't even be looking at this file. So what do we have here? Delete the comma. So if I did a quick fix here, fix that problem, there we go, it deleted the comma. So I can't run the ESLint for whatever reason. Insert a comma. All right, so here, oh, come on. Oh, there we go. Fix all auto fixable.
nice. Works for you.
Yeah, but this part's not working. My command line's not working. So what happens for me is I would almost have to manually go through and check every single file because I can't get the ESLint to tell me which ones are the ones that have problems. So if I come in here, I'm not seeing a problem. So for some reason, my endpoint, my CR control return is not popping an error on mine.
We're having opposite problems.
So here's a spec file problem. This is one of the ones that I really like. So here it's telling me this is order. So these imports have to occur in a particular order. So what I do is I go fix all auto, and it just reorganizes that whole thing into the right order. Then I scroll down, I don't see any other red. That's just a marker showing a change. So that file is good. Save, close. And then here, this is a comma problem. But if you notice all the red commas and spaces here on blank lines. This is a get URL that should have had a semicolon at the end. It's saying to break that onto the next line. That should be single quotes, not double. So little things that you've seen me nitpick in a PR. Fix all auto fixable. No, I don't have to worry about it. I'm not sure why yours is having problems with that, and I'm not sure my NG's not working. So then literally I have to step through. Oh, and you're a branch behind. You're a little behind here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do get that. Let's do this.
Yeah, I guess it would make sense not to start linting on stuff that's old.
Well, yeah, but we want to check everything, which means we have to check the new stuff too.
Yeah,
So we do a quick fetch of the origin, and then I'm going to reopen my terminal. And why do I have not up there? Close. There we go. Then I want to do a get origin main. Yeah. I really got to change that out. X, yes, enter. And we auto merge all that stuff in. Close you out. And so now when I come in here, services, interfaces, this checks the grade level interface. the endpoints and the assistance level interface. Okay, already a problem. And that's a comma, should be a semicolon. Right? So those are actually clear errors that popped up. Endpoints is okay. And grade level details, okay. Services, we'll check those again just in case anything changed. Good, good. Core is good. So features, let's come into here. And you want to check every single one of them. Okay. So it's delete something. I don't know what that character is. Oh, there's an extra space. See it? I have my spaces turned on to see the little things. And this is a level title that it's saying. Move it. And it needs a blank line at the end. That looks good. Wow. One file we didn't have change. Auto order. This stuff is cleanup. That's going to be a semicolon and a semicolon and a semicolon, and probably that blank line at the end there too. Would be my guess. So we'll do a quick fix whenever. Let's get to it. There we go. Sometimes it jumps on you as it uploads data. And you can see how fast that is once you get it working right. Okay. We may have to double check some of your settings. And okay, this is one it doesn't like. It doesn't like to, because we this is a ca prefix. Oh man, that is something we gotta fix. That's a remnant from something else. So it's going to be an Angular, I believe. And the prefix is app. Well, that's interesting. I wonder if ESLint has anything on that prefix. It does. Interesting. That's a remnant from me. So now it's going to complain about app, okay, which is what we want.
Yeah.
But in this case, I'm okay with disabling. I would prefer not have the app dash. Okay, that's my personal preference on that. So I'm okay with disabling in that case. Come down to HTML. Let's see what I'm going to fix. Fix. Save. Oh, probably should have saved that one. Good. Minor fixes. Big fixes in probably order there. I don't want to fix all auto. And sometimes you have to step through these a couple of times because this, I know for a fact, is the issue of I want to disable. And then we've got an import order problem here, which now we can say fix all auto fixable, which then puts everything in the right order and the right spacing and the right gaps for what we've defined. Header HTML, well, not much there. Spec file, yeah, it's going to be a quick fix. Yeah, I know you're going to complain about that. And let's quick fix these. Okay, so one of the ones that gets put in, and people ask me about that all the time, is you have that comma at the end of a list, whether it's an list of objects as your key value pairs, or at the end of an array.
Yeah.
Okay. In JavaScript in general, what that allows is I can add a whole new row. I can copy and move the rows. That comma at the end doesn't hurt anything, but it actually makes your life a lot easier overall design and just a little bit of efficiency. Okay. Just one that I've seen over time that really helps. Quick call auto. There we go. And it's got a thing, it's got a check for like how long that line's going to be. And if it's just going to wrap one piece of it, it'll then re-indent all the pieces down below. So it's actually pretty smart about most of that. Ooh, big one. That's unit test, so we can click all auto. Reorders everything and re-spaces everything out. Look at alphabetized for us even. Okay. I am really particular about how I like things, can you tell? It's a minor one. We got most of ours done. Oh yeah, because she has a merge. I was like, why? Is this is a JavaScript file? I got this one once before on JavaScript, and try. Okay, if I change that to TypeScript, it doesn't work right, and there's no way. It's an ESLint issue without a quick fix. So what I tend to do when I get these is I've had this one before. I don't remember exactly what I did, unfortunately. And yeah. Oh, this is an incompatibility between versioning. Oh, I remember this from now. I don't remember exactly what the fix is though. It's which version ECMAScript. Do we have ESLint parser somewhere?
I believe so.
Solution. Hang on. To your ESLint or C file, we have to install the Babel ESLint parser. All right, so let's double check these real quick and see what we have, because I can do the installs here at this point. So let's take a look at our package JSON. And we're looking for the Babel ESLint parser, template parser, TypeScript ESLint parser. We do
No Babel.
But I don't know if we need Babel. Because this is React, we're Angular. We're going to be a little careful on that. Yeah, this is what I saw. ESLint to receive JSON. And somewhere in here we have ECMA version. We do, we have 2020. So that should have fixed it. I just changed scripts. Lint ESLint. Maybe that's it. Maybe I wasn't running ESLint. Hmm. On a spread rest issue. Let's see, I think Babel's the wrong one because we're not React. And that's, I don't want to break. We don't have the need for Babel.
Right. Is that what Karma does for us?
Yeah. No, Karma's the test runner.
Ah,
See, there's one for view. Extend. So we have overrides. We don't have any extends. That doesn't make sense. That should have taken it. Oh, here's the extends. Plug in prettier recommended. Okay, so far we have all the fixes in to take care of that. I wonder if I could just make that. Part of the problem is this is because this is a JavaScript file. I haven't tried this before, but I had the thought when I first saw it. If I change this to a TypeScript file, it all goes away. It gives me different errors. It's an implicit ending, and it doesn't like implicit ending, and I'll just say any, which then solves the problem. However, it theoretically causes another problem because we then have to find the helper, which should be in the Karma config. Here it is. We'll change that to a TypeScript. So what I want to verify is this going to break if I do it this way? And I haven't had a chance to test this, so this is going to be a new one on me. Integrated terminal. And we'll run the ESLint, which I probably don't have installed. Which is probably what you were probably running ESLint manually that way. Let's just try that. Okay, so I've got ESLint installed. Oh, I want to run the NV test. Make sure we didn't break any tests by changing that helper to a TypeScript file. It is possible we break the tests that way. And I still need to go through a couple of things. Helper is one of the last ones we need to check. We need to check these files here. Unable to determine file type. Defaulting to JavaScript. See, it didn't like that helper TS. That really stinks. All right, so it didn't like that. So it's got to be a JavaScript file. So it then means we have to rework this file in such a way that it's not going to complain about that. And there's no way to disable that. What gets me is here we can do a, oh, I want to take that out too while we're there. Make that a home component. Let's put in the disable for this line. And I wonder if, because it should theoretically stop checking if it sees the right. All right, so let's look at, see, none of those solved our problem. And there are more. ECMA version. So if we look at our ESLint file, ECMA version 2020 worked fine. 2021 could use the year-based naming. To solve this, I changed parser. So he made the changes to the pretty rule on his ESLint file. Even have a prettier. I don't even see it. So what he's doing is he's got a prettier error TypeScript thing somewhere in there. Copy. And he's saying make these changes in your ESLint file. So theoretically, yeah, well, and we get rid of that, and backward that. That says it should do something. It didn't do it. Didn't do like that. All right, so let's cut that. And I don't know if that was, I don't know if that's supposed to be a rule. That's what I don't know. Oops,
Yeah, he was pretty vague about it.
Yeah. Not allowed at that level. All right. So we tried it in the places that would allow it. It didn't work. Update the ECMA version to the latest. Well, that's different. Oh, figured this out. Ah, there it is. It's JavaScript. Let's do this as a var instead of a lat. That sounds kind of dumb, doesn't it? Now I got this other weird little error. Unexpected token. All right, so I fixed that once before. This is going to be a function.
I think this is the first time I've seen var be needed in an actual app over something else.
Yeah, but it solves the linting problem. So I had to step back a little bit, and that's okay. All right, so we got that working. We got that working. Not going to worry about the home component yet. We're going to come back to that. I want to double check my ng lint. Do I have an ng lint command? Supposedly, but it's still giving me that same. Can't find the front end. Can't read the file. Personal, how to take a test. Front end. It's doing front end twice on mine. It's seeing it in the right place on mine. I take that out. I'm going to retry that. Is it possible you weren't in the front end folder when you ran that ng-lint?
Oh, it's completely possible.
Okay. Because
Oh, the
now I'm
first
getting
time. Yeah, the first time.
real warnings.
But this time, like right now, I'm working in the front end folder for sure. So when I got the 400 something errors,
Okay.
I probably wasn't
Yeah.
in the front end, but then I jumped into the front end and now I'm getting 40.
All right. So I've got 29.
Sounds
19
about
fixable
right.
with that. So I want to take a look at this front end source polyfill first.
Right now, I'm going through and just ripping out any extension that could
Sure.
possibly be messing with my my prettier or ESLint.
Yeah, but I moved that file. I changed that. I get the right linting down here, but then I start failing when I run it up here.
Yeah,
There is a way.
I
There
was
is
still stuck at the fact it wouldn't even automatically fix anything.
right. Well, there is something we could do, and I hate this is kind of dumb, but it can't find the TS config because we changed the TS config pattern here, right?
Yeah.
What if we just took this TS config and put it in two places? It sounds kind of dumb, but what if we put it at the root of the project?
Pretty hacky, but might work.
What might work, right?
It at least show us exactly what
So
it's messed up.
now, if I go look at this polyfill, I don't get any errors. So let's rerun our ng-lint in our front end. That now has the two TypeScript configs that we can work with. Well, it's the problem that we nested it in, and I don't have separate repos for all kinds of stuff. And it ran really fast. I'm still seeing the same 29 problems. Replace included with Angular CLI in the polyfill TS file, which that's way down here. Okay. Quick fix. That was a spacing issue. All it was.
It
Okay.
didn't like the spacing on a comment.
Yeah. Source main. Oh, these are always a dorky problem. Stop it. Oh, that's easy enough. Unexpected token in index HTML. Still giving me that problem, but it's giving me a fix on it now. So I don't understand the unexpected token on a doc type. I can disable it for this line for the entire file, but it wasn't disabling it for that line. Because this is not a proper HTML comment. That's a proper HTML comment. It doesn't like that less than symbol as the first character. So let's look at this. ESLint. Unexpected token doc type. Doc type issue. Oh, wonder if that.
Yep. No.
I mean, normally that's the way it's written.
I can't tell if it was working because it just worked for him or if he actually had to install the plugin.
Well, he said to look here, and that's the only thing I see. Okay. Simply install. ESLint is kind of annoying someday, doesn't it? So
It
we'll do
is
that
weird to be troubleshooting the troubleshooter.
and add it to your ESLint configuration. So in the plugins, we add HTML. So ESLint plugins. HTML. So then that theoretically should go away. Here's the ESLint disable. So worst case, we could do this. Like that. Okay, either way, right? Since that didn't work this way, I'm going to uninstall, which will take it out. And given that, we're going to go to the ESLint and get rid of the HTML. Okay. So now we know how to correctly disable it. Right? All right, so let's go back to our lint and see how many files we got left. Hopefully it's less than 29 and 19. 25 and 16, we're getting closer. Insert commas. So this is the environment files. See, I rarely ever use the environment files. I don't know why we have to mess with that. So it's the exact same problem over here. Comma. And then I think, oh, that's warnings. I'm not worried about warnings. So this next error is in app module. A lot of order problems here. So let's do fix import order problem. We got some. Why is my cursor not? Well, crap. There it goes. Oh, I can't go up and down. numlock. My numlock's not doing anything. Something weird with my keyboard. Hang on a second. I'm going to disconnect it and reconnect it. There it goes. Cycling up. Now I can't go left or right. What is going on? See, I can go left and right. I can go up and down. It's registering as up and down. It's just in VS Code that I'm having this problem. There it goes. Wow, that was weird. All right, I want to take that out before I did any other major fixes. I like to see what they are first before I go too haywire and saying fix them all.
Yeah.
But you can see it. I mean, this, if it gets longer, then it'll make it wrap. But for now, it doesn't. It reordered all those. And so then our next file is app component, which had a comma. Spec, which probably has a whole lot of things. That's fine. There we go. That's CSS. Oh, there's nothing in it. So get rid of the style. Get rid of the whole file if there's nothing in it. Right? That probably is one of the recommendations. Router outlet's fine. Oh, look at that. Couple extra spaces got plugged in somewhere along the way. And a comma. And we don't like that. All right, so let's see where we're at. Not worried about warnings. 9 problems, they're all warnings. And that's only because we're using any. Okay. Did I did a get merge. Oh yeah, I did a get merge, but we haven't brought Megan's code in yet. Okay. Yeah. So if yours goes before Megan, she'll have to fix her linting problems. If yours goes after hers, we'll have to check her code and fix it.
Yeah, I'd probably be okay with going after hers because I need to figure out what is going on with my VS Code, and that would be some good practice.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt.
So like after you push this, I'm gonna pull it down and then see if that fixes it.
You now should have all the changes that I just pushed up. You know, moving that TS config seems like kind of an annoying thing, but it's a little hacky, but it lets us bypass some of these. And you can see things will be much more consistent. We'll have significantly less steps on our PRs just because it imposes a level of consistency. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Not right now.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the record and process one more tonight. Have a good one.
You too, man.
All right. Bye.